Are you recording? Yes.
Okay, hi. Welcome to Bruise Makeup tutorial number 2, because I did one and the lighting was awful. So here I am doing it again, because then I remembered I have a big window full of natural light in my bedroom. Alright, so I am using slightly different palettes than the one you have, but principles remain the same. We're going to do a quick black eye, a little bit of lip bruising that kind of goes into a cheek, and that's about it. So the main thing to remember about bruising is that it will be different colors and have different depths of color, and that you should apply as little makeup as you can to start, and then add more, because it is much easier to add more than it is to take away. So first we're going to do a black eye, and the one that you're doing on yourself, this is the next day, so it'll be a little bit darker and a little bit bluer or more purple. So in a black eye, the blood pools in like the creases and in the depths. So it'll pool here, it'll pool in the crease, and it will circle under the cheekbone, but the cheekbone itself will not be as bruised, so, or bruised at all sometimes. So let's start out with the cheek part. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take one of these, this yellowish color here, and you don't need a lot, literally just dab the sponge in here. You don't need to like scoop or scrape. It's just give a little tap, that gives you enough. And I'm gonna just highlight my cheekbone with some yellow, and you're barely gonna be able to see it on the camera. Mostly that will serve as a guide to me to the part of the cheek that's not gonna be blue. And I'm gonna move that up into this divoted area a little bit. All right, so there we go. So there's that yellow bit. You can always blend a little more later. And now I'm going to take this nice dark red, and once again, just a little tap, 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 and go under the cheekbone with that. You see how I just kind of made some little lines, but that's nice because that'll help you spread them. And take a clean corner of my sponge right here and just use that to blend this out a little bit. My skin is really dry, so I'm not blending super well because I just washed off the last round of makeup that I did. Alright. So now we've got a start to this, but as you can see, like this yellow is really bright actually right now in the sunlight, so I'm just gonna take a clean part of the sponge and rub some of it off. That's better. And then just gonna keep dapping in there with my red a little bit. I'm going to throw in a little bit of this nice dark blue as well. Sort of in a triangular shape here in the middle. And bring some up around here. There's that. It's really yellow in the sunlight. It would look better under camera lights. And then for the inside, I'm not going to go crazy here. I'm just going to do this red, and my eyes are a lot more deep set than yours, so you may almost want to do this with a brush too. I probably should be, but I'm using a sponge. I'm just going to start by hitting the exact corner, just like this. And then I'm going to use my finger actually to just kind of push it in and spread it a little ways over onto the eyelid. And a little ways down into here. Turn my head so I can see what I'm doing. Gonna take a little dark blue and really hit that and that. So I'm going to hit that, you see where that is, and I'm going to blend it. I'm not blending well because my skin is so dry. Alright, there we go. So it's nothing crazy, it's just a little shading here and around there. And that's a, you didn't get beat too hard, but fairly solid black eye. Over here for the lip, that sponge is really dirty, so I'm just gonna take another one. Gonna do the same thing again. Gonna start with a little highlight marker, like right there. Like pick whichever corner of the lip got beaten. We'll go with that one. Blend it in a little bit, and then same idea. Sort of gonna go around it with some red. And the idea of the yellow is to make it look a little bit more swollen. It kind of works like a highlight. You could also do that with like a paler foundation if you wanted to. But working with the wheel, because once again, blood pools in corners. So this is the swollen part, and then this. Maybe a little tiny dab of blue. And once again, just like tap, 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 gives you a tiny little bit of blue. And then when I did this the last time, this part actually looked really cool, but if you got punched like here, boom, like it's gonna hit your lip, but it's also gonna go up in here a little bit. And so kind of hit that up a little bit too right there. And once again, just go for accentuating the crease. In this case, it's almost like an age makeup. There you go. Because then if that comes down like this, makes this look swollen. You could also do a little bit of shading, tiny bit. Down in there. Just to make this stand out. And you can also do the swelling if you wanted to with like the teeniest little bit of green. Alright. I'm not super thrilled with this black eye. I feel like I'm missing something. I may have given myself slightly too impressive cheekbones. There we go, that's a little better. The best thing is, it's just makeup, so if it looks bad, you can just wash it off and start over again, which, yes, I know nobody actually wants to do, but you can also bring that out a little from this crease if you want to. You can sort of follow. I mean, you can make this as intense as you want to or not, but if you follow that crease, that kind of shows the blood running down that line and into there. So there you go. It's a pretty solid black eye. I got this over here. I'm gonna pause this and then restart it because there was one other thing I wanted to show you. I think I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Okay, the last thing I wanted to show you was if you wanted to do like a split lip, it's a very quick and easy way to do that with stuff that I think Kreiner has. It's Ben Nye Fresh Scab. It's gooey blood jam basically, and I'm going to do it with a spatula because I have one, but if you don't have one, you could do it with the tip of a butter knife or your fingernail. But basically anything that will lay down like a little straight line. I'm just pulling up, you can see there's some blood on my spatula from earlier today. Just pulling up a little rectangular line. I'm just going to do this. There we go. And that's pretty much it right there. That's all you needed. I might add a little bit more, but and there you go. It just makes a scab, it dries, and then it stays there. This stuff's kind of bright, but I bet I could actually just dab a little bit of this red cream on it. There you go. Kinda. And there you go. Little split lip action for you. So if you want to have a split lip the next day, you can make that happen. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks.